Lieutenant Pastor Doug, but I'm here because of the
I'm here because I worked over the
I am from the
10 years to get to the board of the Care Act in
African
place.
population.
Strengthening, it doesn't
Families.
for me, I think
So this bill is going to really affect them.
I think we need to be out here.
Are you in Paulsen's district?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think of it?
I don't have anything very positive to say.
From the Gospel of Luke, then he looked up at his disciples and he said, "Blessed are the poor, for yours is the kingdom of God. Blessed are you who are hungry now, for you will be filled. Blessed are you who weep now, for you will laugh. But woe to you who are rich, for you have received your consolation. Woe to you who are full now, for you will be hungry."
We lift them to God, but we also lift them for those whose voices are being silenced. These numbers that we've shared are real people who suffer and who could suffer even more greatly for lack of health care. I'm wearing black because I'm in mourning for the way and the direction our country is going and for the action of Paulsen. But I'm also wearing red for the lifeblood which is in each of us and for the God's Spirit which can be moving when we take a stand.
I already sent him a letter this morning to his Washington office. If Delta Airlines chooses to get their health care based out of any of their hubs, they can choose their health care from wherever. So whatever state gets a waiver, Delta can choose their health care from there.
Follow it.
So,
Let's all walk in.
good morning.
Good morning, Representative Paulsen here. He's not. We're here to deliver a set of prayers and a set of messages from Representative Paulsen's constituents about their concern for the vote that he's taken on the health care issue. This is not a moderate vote. We used to listen to him describe himself as a moderate. These are draconian cuts to people. Over half the people in this district have pre-existing conditions.
Since we are coming to Mother's Day and we care for our families, we have put the face of a mother with a child because lives are being impacted and hurt. And so we hope that Paulsen will read these and consider the faces and the names and the constellation of families behind each of these names who are worried about the way that he is voting and that he will somehow change his direction and influence others so that we can go forward in a viable way.
I'm Pastor Matt Bruce, I will Crown of Glory in Chaska, and last night we had a conversation around the circle. Every one of the people around the circle, including a young family with 2 small children, had either bone conditions, custodian heart hypertension, associate pastor who's dealing with a spinal condition, myself who's a cancer survivor. Honestly, life is a pre-existing condition. People are pre-existing. The idea of somehow separating that concept from the idea of health care. And Congressman Paulsen promised to make health care better, not worse. And so did President Trump. We want Congressman Paulsen to be able to hold people who make those promises to account and hold them to their promises, not ditch those promises.
How'd you feel about today?
Well, you know, this office has a history of actually not even letting people in the door. So in that sense, this is a gain, I guess, that there would be some constituents allowed even into the door and to even talk to minor staff. But it's a long way from having a sit-down meeting with Congressman Paulsen for him to hear the kinds of stories that we heard in here and to listen to what Pastor Bursagel just said, for example. I mean, come on, life is a pre-existing condition. Or the woman who spoke from Delta Airlines who pointed out that there are companies not based here in Minnesota that could choose, for example, a Georgian plan would cut tens of thousands of Minnesotans off of healthcare. So these are serious issues, and we don't know why Congressman Paulsen continues to avoid his constituents on this.
Have you had a face-to-face with Congressman Paulsen?
I don't know anyone who has. He's been avoiding his constituents on this, which makes us frankly wonder, who is he listening to?
We are all family around this district and nation, and we need to be caring for our sisters and brothers. So I thought today was a good action. I wish Paulsen would have been here.
Have you ever met him?
I have not. I've written to him, and I've invited him to a recent event at our congregation on Isaiah. He chose not to be there, but this isn't the end. I mean, we will continue to raise these issues and to let people know that people of faith care about these things that matter.
Could I have your